Story time. I want to talk about college shaming. I'm gonna tell you about the story. One time we did a road trip, and at this time I was attending Paul Quinn College, and we was going to visit, and a little small verbal altercation came out, and one girl hollered, "That's why I go to a D1 school. That's why I go to a D1 school." But a D1 school don't mean nothing unless you got a D1 degree and you got a D1 job. That's real talk. Sometimes people think just because you go to a community college that you less than them because they go to a major university, which they call D1 colleges, like major colleges like OU. I mean, bigger colleges like that get the notoriety and they're most likely to be on TV. Those major colleges like that. And at that time, I wasn't even attending a university. I had went to community college. And at that time I had either attended Paul Quinn, and I have already attended Wiley College. I went to a 4-year college, two different 4-year college that were black historical black colleges. I did. Was nothing wrong with them. And one of them colleges set values and standards, and it's more family oriented, one on one. It gets you ready for the real world. As you dress business like it's called Dress for Success. And that was Wiley College. So, out of all that, when people try to shame you based on your degree, it's laughable because in the real world, nobody cares. It's what you got to bring to the table on those jobs. And when that person said that, I had already landed a pretty good job. I was working for the government at that time. And so it was laughable for me because in her heart, she felt like she was saying something to make me feel like I had did something bad, or I wasn't educated enough. I wasn't smart enough to attend D1 school because I didn't test out, or I didn't go the path that she went. Now, for me to not go the path and me to still end up on top, that says a whole lot. But it's good if you can go that path and pass all those exams and go to a D1 school. That's great. But it's what you do after you get that degree, or during you, or sometimes some people have to do stuff while they're getting their degree. It's how you leverage it. But what I hear is when people try to compare degrees, they act like they have done something. But in the real world, they may have a qualification. Like some jobs say, hey, you want to get to this level of education, you have to have this degree, and it has to specialize in this topic. But somebody can have a different degree and may have specialties in that same field, but not be the degree headed that way, and they may get selected based on their grade. Course selection. See, people don't tell you that. The type of classes that you take can outweigh somebody else that may be in that field that may not take in the courses that is the job requirements. So it just kills me when people try to put themselves in a like they better than someone, and when there's so many people that is unemployed, even with degrees, higher degrees, doctors and masters, bachelor's degrees, associate degrees. Why you find people with different degrees be working out of scope at jobs that does not relate to their degree.